we have a very special day where we would understand why, the reason why we joined this university and how it's going to be fulfilled. Now, let me explain to all of you. What we're talking about is when you join this university, you always look forward to, oh, once I finish off my education, I'll join a job. Now, that's where the point of today's discussion is. The first discussion is where the stalwart of our university who takes care of the entire career development and corporate jobs and everything is Mr. Abhijit Giri. We would listen from him that what his plans are and how he does what he does the best. All right, let me also talk about Mr. Abhijit Giri. He is Director of Career Development Cell and Group Outreach at Adamas University. He is MSc in Information Technology and MBA in Marketing and HR from Vidyasagar University. He is also certified in Inclusive Education Ecosystem from IIMC and certified in Project Management from California University. Abhijit was previously associated with Asia Pacific Learning Leverage Limited and Education Business Unit of Smart Value Products and Services Limited as country head business operation and was member of the board. He headed the business operation in India, Bangladesh, Nepal, and Bhutan and initiated Kenya operation from APLL Limited. He was a member of the board of Group of Strategic Management of Smart Value Group. Abhijit has about 20 years of experience in sectors like IT, FMCG, health and wellness, and education industry, and worked with organizations like Database Solutions, DBSPL USA, NIIT, APLL Limited, Smart Value Group, and Rise Group. He is specialized in process ecosystem development and process integration and strategic planning and business. He is an expert in strategic business and sales management, stakeholder and people management, change management, and cross-function management. Abhijit is a great business negotiator, corporate PR management, and crisis manager, having hands-on experience from inception to growth phase of organization development. He is a member of several HR and business fraternities like HR Shapers, B3 Family, Noida Management Association. He is an educationist, speaker and trainer, startup mentor, and columnist. Presently, he is mentoring 2 startups, Parivar Life Care Private Limited and Talent Spark Guwahati. Abhijit is passionate in traveling, reading, recitation, and listening to music. He is also involved in several social activities and passionate in organizing social events and corporate events. Now, after you have heard about this profile, I'm sure you are awestruck. You would love to listen from this person to understand where your career is going to be. All right. So I would not waste any more time. I would hand it over to Mr. Abhijit Giri for further discussions. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jai. Very good morning and warm welcome to all the students and parents in this fantastic day that was actually planted 17th August 2020. Now, I think you all have already learned, you all have already heard our Honorable Chancellor, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, and all other colleagues, last 2 days. You have learned what this university is all about, how this university is going to transform your life from what you are today to what you want to become tomorrow. I think by this time, you all have learned about what is this career development cell. You heard about what is this career development, what is CDC, and all these things. Yes, as a captain of the team, all team members of career development cell asked me to hold all of your hand and take you through the journey of transformation through Adamas University. So I would like to take this opportunity and I would like to welcome all of you in this world of education that is Adamas University, which is actually going to take your career transformation. Now you must have heard several times what is CDC, what is career development cell, and what does this career development cell do? There are a lot of questions probably stuck in your mind, because you must have heard about a lot of departments. I mean, you heard about maybe engineering and technology, you heard about maybe business and economics. You probably can understand what does this all department is going to do. But once you are heard about career development cell, I'm sure there are questions in your mind. What is this department do? This department actually help you to transform yourself, transform you from your today's life to the life that you are passionate for, from today's life to the life that you are aspirant to, from today's life to the life you want to become for tomorrow. I'm sure it is not only your passion, rather it is also a dream of your parents. It is also a dream of us. Everybody is actually looking for that. Instead of telling the entire story, what CDC does, instead of talking about so many things, what CDC does and how CDC does, I think this small video is going to give you a overall outline about CDC. What does this CDC do? Let's have a look of this particular video and you will understand what CDC is going to do. CDC actually going to take you, all of you, from your student's life, transforming to your corporate life, transforming to your entrepreneurship life, transforming to you in your higher education life, transforming to you what you want to become in your life. And this video is completely showing you nothing is impossible. Only passion, right direction, right focus, compassion is the key word to get the success in your daily life. This is how CDC works. This is how CDC take all of you and transform from this journey, transform from your life, this present life, to the life that you are looking for, to the life that you are aspiring to. So with the word impossible is nothing, let's start our journey with Adams University to transform your life. See, once we are talking about transformation of the life, of course, any transformation should backed by a strong vision, very strong mission, and of course, a very sound and very strong philosophy. If we talk about vision, so I mean, there are a lot of vision that I can share, lot of words I can share, but I would like to concentrate only 3 very important lines. Probably that is going to give you a complete idea of CDC Adams University and the kind of vision this university is going to carry. Bringing quality opportunity for the internship and the final placement that everybody is looking for. Your parents are looking for, we as an university is looking for, and I'm sure you all also are looking for the bringing quality opportunity for internship and the final placement. I understand from the very beginning, none of you are probably much focused into this, but in the passage of time, while you are going to complete your program, about to complete your program rather, you will be definitely look for this opportunity very badly. And for that, this is one important vision that CDC carries. Owning the corporate relation and brand outreach, all relationship metrics. And to achieve the first vision, there are a lot of corporate relation that we need to develop. And that is a continuous process that all team member of CDC is actually doing. Every day basis, they're connecting to the corporates, they're connecting to the key person of the corporates and ensuring the relationship with them so that they should come and they should see you as a preferred, the employee of their organization. One-stop career solution leading on students' readiness, skill enrichment, skill and career plan along with academia. You all have taken admission here at Adams University in the different school, in the different department. And I'm sure all department is going to take care of your academia. the subject that you are going to learn, the technology that you are going to learn, the content of the subject that you are going to learn. But what about the skill which is basically required for the industry apart from the academia content, apart from the academia subject knowledge? That skill need to be enhanced, that skill need to be enriched. So we need to take care, I mean, CDC is actually going to take care to ensure that skill to be developed within yourself so that you can a preferred employee of the corporates for tomorrow. So these are the three-line vision that CDC is carrying, and I'm sure this vision is also going to be backed a very strong mission. What is that mission? Establish Adams University as a preferred sourcing destination for corporates. I'm sure in Indian context, all of you are aware. Today, the corporates are very easily, going to IITs, NITs, IIMs, and all these kind of B school and technology schools, because they believe that is the right destination where all, their preferred, the employees are available. They're groomed in such a way so that corporate can take them. And Adams University, its long-term mission is basically to establish that university is a destination for all corporates, preferred destination for all corporates. It should be within the bracket of IITs, NITs, IIMs, at least in Indian context. In the global context, of course, we are looking for, much bigger bracket in the global context. Creating the passion-oriented career development ecosystem. I'm sure this is one of the very important aspect that, that every students are basically looking for. How about your life when your passion is going to be your career? How joyful the life is going to be? How fantastic the life is going to be? But who is actually going to help you to identify that passion? Who is actually going to help you to nurture that passion? Who is actually going to help you to enrich that passion and to motivate that passion to take up that passion into your career? Yes, our entire university ecosystem, all deans, your honorable chancellor, vice chancellor, all deans, HODs, all professors, all colleagues of the university is actually going to take care of that. But along with that, CDC is going to bring the opportunity that you are looking for, to enrich or to enhance your passion, to convert it as a career. So that bridge is very important. Taking the passion, identifying the passion, nurturing the passion, groom the passion, and taking the passion into a career is basically the role of CDC that we are going to play in the long term. And that's the reason the major and minor, this culture is this university, Adams University has taken up. I'm sure in the eastern, this part of the country, probably we are the first university has taken major and minor as an academic culture. Similar, I'm sure very few university in India is having this culture, and Adams University is one of them. And in eastern part of the, this part of the country, I think we are the only university is now adopting the major and minor, only to boost your passion and ensure your passion is going to be converted in your career. Now, for any vision, any mission, any objective, if you, quote unquote, if you are going to talk about, it should be backed by a very, very strong philosophy. The first philosophy is industry linkage. I'm sure you, you heard about Honorable Vice Chancellor. He was always talking about, the technology, the skill which is supposed to be very relevant in the decades before. Today, it is not relevant. Today, the technology which was there maybe 10 years before, 15 years before, the technology today is absolutely obsolete. And I'm sure the technology today, which is very, 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 very emerging, very, very aged, and that technology is not going to be there after 10 years down the time, because the average lifespan of any technology, if you look at from the history, the average lifespan of any technology is just 3 to 5 years. But what is that is actually going to make you ready for whatever technology comes in tomorrow, maybe after 10 years, maybe after 30 years. The important is that industry recommended mind creation. Mind that is going to help you to feel, mind that is going to help you to learn, is creating the learning attribute within yourself, creating the mind that is, which is going to help you to communicate, which is going to help you to introspect, which is going to help you to understand and learn what is going to be there. So that mind creation is a big exercise that CDC is actually going to make a bridge, the mind which is required by the industry and the mind which has to be created within the university, so that you can be one of the most preferred students for any corporate for tomorrow's. So the industry linkage, one of the key philosophy of CDC Adams University, is going to take care. Today, you and me, I hope I would probably see all of you in this campus. How joyful it would be, but unfortunately we are not. But by the blessings of this technology, today our education, today our learning is not stopped. Our interaction is not stopped. We are socially distant, but emotionally connected. You being a student of Adams University and I being a part of this university, we are strongly and emotionally connected. And by the help of this technology, tomorrow, this technology is going to play a very important role. Will teach you, will make you understand, and will of course make you ready how you can use technology to interact with corporates, to face interview, to do internship, to do project, to do all works with this technology platform. So your entire learning process tomorrow, connecting process tomorrow, is also going to be technology dependent, dependent, this thing, which is going to happen. I don't know tomorrow what other challenge is going to come. Today COVID, tomorrow something else. But we should not be stopped. Our learning should not be stopped. Our progress should not be stopped. Our growth should not be stopped. Our passion should not be stopped, so that we should actually use technology as a base and we can achieve whatever we want to achieve in our life. Seamlessness is very, very important philosophy of CDC Adams University. It's not only CDC, it is also a philosophy of the whole university. We don't want to restrict you within a four-wall room, within the classroom, within a subject. We don't want to restrict you within that. We want to help you to explore what you want to do in your life. We want to help you to explore wherever you want to go in your life. That is very, very important, because the mantra for success of tomorrow's, the narrative for tomorrow's corporate is something different. Narrative for tomorrow's corporate is going to be that you should know everything about something and something about everything. Please take this word very carefully, take this sentence very carefully. I'm sure that you should take a note of this statement, and you should rethink. Once my presentation is over, you should actually rethink. You should actually know something about everything and everything about something, which is the mantra, which is the narrative for tomorrow's corporate world. And for that, your learning should not be restricted. You should be open to learn a lot of things. You may take technology as your preferred subject. You may take the law. You may take literature. You may take journalism. You may take photography. You may take singing. So there are a lot of other things that you should do, so that you can be actually going to be the right fit for tomorrow's corporate world. So seamlessness is a very important thing. We ensure each and every student should develop their research and innovation attitude, which is very important. Why should I go and join Google? Why should I go and join maybe PwC? Why should I go and join McKinsey & Company? Why should I go and join Infosys? I should have that that research mind. What does this organization do, and how does this organization progress? What all are their products? What is their market, and how they are growing? So if I, being an employee for tomorrow, I should analyze the organization in such a way so that I should take a decision whether I should go into that organization, I should take up the job role into that or not. That is absolutely in mind. And I ensure that Adams University, all team members are actually going to very, very keenly focused to develop your research and innovation mind. And research and innovation mind, which is going to help you to do the complete research about the organization, complete research about the project, complete research about the even the higher studies. If you want to go, why should I go and join maybe California University? Why should I go and join maybe for my higher studies maybe Oxford? So I should have a complete research. It is not only by the name that I should have a background research. So that is important mind that we need to develop. And CDC is from the day one try to emphasize in such a way so that your research and innovation mind is going to be developed. Now, if you really want to do this research, innovation, technology base, and all these things, if you really look at, to achieve this vision, mission, and that philosophy, the first and foremost important thing that all of you need to do is nothing but you have to re-engineer your mind and thought. My dear students, please look at this video. Please look at this picture. Probably you can understand what change is happening, what re-engineer is mean. Re-engineer means, because you all are coming from the different background, you all are coming from the different academic background, socio-economic background, different thought process, because you have developed yourself within that area, and so that different thought process you belongs to. Now you need to change your mind. You need to re-engineer your thought. You need to re-engineer your mind so that you can find out what is your passion and what you want to achieve in your life. And once you re-engineer your thought, mind, and focus and everything, so this picture is showing there is a fog, and that fog is actually not fog. That is actually a horse. So all of you, within yourself, there is a very strong horse. Identify that. Will help you to identify that very strong, horse, which can gallop very fast and to achieve your career goal. And now once you have re-engineered your mind, then the next step, you have to dream. You have to dream what you want to do. If you don't have to dream, I think, our honorable Vice Chancellor always, talk about in his presentation in 17th, I think you all have recalled that he was very passionately talk about the one important aspect of your study is the outcome-based education. The first component of the outcome-based education is, of course, the dream. You have to identify what you want to become. You have to identify what you want to do. But in the larger scale, as university, as even your parents and you, I'm sure you all are looking for this dream. The dream that is actually does not let us sleep. Dream to ensure all our students to see the better and greater transformation of life. I very carefully and very carefully I'll mention the transformation of the life. The dream which has been planted in 17th August 2020. So that dream, what we as an university, you as a students and your parents, together we are looking for. Let's have a look. What is that dream? The dream which has been planted in August 2020. The seed is planted with a very strong ethics and values. August 2020 is a very memorable time for all of you, for all of us, when we have planted the seed with a hope of spreading the root all over the globe. And now it is growing. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, sometimes it is 5 years, with a hope to give the seed the millions of life. That's what is the dream the Adams universities want to see within yourself. Adams universities want to see within you. And I'm sure your parents are also, looking for this dream. The seed that they have planted in Adams on August 2020, and after a couple of years time, after a couple of years time or passage of time, they all want to see you are going to be a big tree to give the shade in the millions of life, isn't it? I'm sure you also want to see this dream. Now, if you want to look at this dream, how to fulfill that dreams? The traditional process, the traditional method is not actually going to fulfill the dream, because change is something which is ever, which is always changing. Change is something which is unavoidable. So once the change is unavoidable, of course, you have to find out the new methods. Of course, the academia is going to give you the lot of new techniques, method, technology. I think all my colleagues already explained you, last couple of days, and next couple of days also they are going to explain. But apart from that, academia methods, what CDC is going to bring to you is CDC is going to give you the exposure to the industry, to the credit-based internship opportunity. From the day one, you are actually going to be exposed to the industry. Your learning is going to be converted into the practical. So that is what is going to happen. Credit-based internship, industry visit, industry mentorship, and project-based study, which is actually going to happen and going to change the entire methods. So only changing the methods is also not going to solve, also not going to help you to achieve the dream. Ensuring the skilling and reskilling, which is very important. So apart from the academia skill, apart from your core competency skill, there are some corporate skill that you also need to. You want to become entrepreneur, you want to go for the higher studies, you want to get into the corporates, but for everywhere, there are certain different skill is very important. Soft skill, behavioral skill, life skill, how to lead life, how to make a balance between family and corporate life, how to make a balance between the client and your corporate inside life. So the life skill is very important, that we are going to teach. Effective and corporate communication skill, industrial aptitude development, that is very important. You must have all heard about EQ and IQ, but I have added here SQ and AQ. Emotional quotient, intelligent quotient, social quotient, and adversity quotient. Balancing is a very important success mantra for tomorrow's world. You have to make a balance, emotion, intelligence, socialization, and adversity. Like COVID, today is the adverse situation. Now, what is that quotient that you should have to face this challenge and overcome this challenge? And learning attitude, attribute is very important. Only skilling is also not important. With that, you should regularly update your knowledge. What you have learned 2 years before may not be going to be relevant 5 years after down the time. What you are going to learn today probably is not going to be important maybe after 10 years or a decade time. So, but your career is around next 30 to 40 years that you need to survive within this career life, corporate life, or your entrepreneurship life, or whatever you want to say. But for that, you need to develop a very important attribute, that is a learning attribute within yourself. And that is going to help you, to boost your knowledge. That is going to help you to actually enhance and enrich your knowledge. So specific need-based capsule program for functional skill brush up. This is a very important thing that we want to do it. Let's say there is an organization, for example, IBM is coming for the internship, for the recruitment. Infosys is going to come for recruitment. Maybe pharmaceutical, Cipla is going to come for recruitment. Like that, Google is going to come for recruitment. Maybe Maruti is going to come for recruitment. I'm talking about the multiple organizations who are going to come. They all are basically looking for different skill, which is very important. We want to make a capsule program depending upon the requirement of the corporate, and we need to give a brush up session on that capsule program, which is basically going to help you to crack the interview board. Series of celeb talk will be exposed from the day one with the different corporates. Today, after this session, there will be different corporate leaders who are from Dubai, who are from Singapore, who are from Bombay, who are from Bangalore. is going to connect with you after this session. I mean, they are going to join. They are going to share a few words with you, motivate you, how they are also going to help you in your life. So series of Celeb Talk, industrial mentorship. There are industry leaders who are going to mentor you. Program to allow the students in interact and industry leaders. New age skill development program. Today it is all very, very important words that everybody knows. IA, machine learning, robotics, augmented reality. These are the language. These are the technology. Tomorrow it is going to be something else. So we are actually going to make you ready by make you knowledgeable into this. We always enhance. We always encourage the students to be creative, because there is no alternative of the creativity. Identifying the problem is one that almost everybody can do. This is the problem. You ask, 10 people, 9 people will find out the problems. Will say problem, this is the problem, this is the problem. But we want you, being a students of Adamas, you are Adamites, and you want to not only talk about the problem, you want to find the most effective creative solution of the problem. So creativity development is a very important part of this thing. We offer the students to participate in different series of national and international challenge program. A lot of clubs to explore your passion and creativity. Industry collaborative projects that you want to give it to you, so that you can from the day one start identifying the industrial, identifying the issues on industrial context. By doing all these things, we could achieve 2020, the students, those who have already passed out. I'm so proud to say this part of the country, we are the only university, I'm so proud to say, where 163 organizations visited, interviewed our student. This is a great achievement. I mean, we are the only university in this part of the country, 163 organizations came and visited us. Out of which 31% is organization came from West Bengal and Kolkata and surroundings. But the majority, 69% of the organization came from the different part of the country, not from Bengal. They came from Hyderabad, Chennai, Bangalore, Bombay, Delhi NCR, Ahmedabad. I mean, they came from different part of the country, even Guwahati also. They are going to recruit our student. If you look at the engagement portfolio, 93% of the students got placed, and there are around 4 or 5 organizations results are yet to publish. I mean, for example, if you talk about Medofarm, if you talk about Wipro, even the interview is going on today. If you talk about Cipla, there are organizations, binary folks. So there are organizations, their result are, Ramai says, result are yet to publish. Probably next 1 or 10 to 15 days, the result are going to come up. I think this 93% is going to move up to maybe 96% or so. 33% went to higher studies, entrepreneurship 8%, 12% went to others, family business or so on and so forth. 28% of the students, majority of the students are looking for higher studies this year. Especially, the students who are from management, School of Management and Business, the students, girl students who are from engineering, girl students who are from the School of Management and Business, they are looking for the job opportunity. But majority of the students, maybe in other schools, they are looking for the higher studies. And 28%, out of this total, placed student, out of this 93% placed student, 29% of the students are girls, those who are placed. Around 71% of the students are boys, those who are placed in the different part of the country. There are a lot of girl students placed in Infosys, Wipro. They have already started their training with the organization. Let's have a look in the sector spread. This is very important point. I advise my dear students to please look into this. The organization are from the different part of the country with a different job role. The placed student, those who are already placed, majority of the students, of course, are placed in IT, in software, IT network, IT analytics. These are the different sector role or the job description, I would say, in a common term where our students are placed. analytic and consultation, banking and finance, construction infrastructure, construction and design. This is two very important aspects. One is construction and design is a very important thing, and cyber security and everything. It's a amazing career, an amazing, very growing career, cyber securities, edutech and learning, electrical and electronic service, FMCG, e-commerce, healthcare, pharmaceutical, heavy engineering, IT analytical, IT networking, IT software, news, print, content writing and media, real estate, recruitment and global staffing. There are a lot of MBA HR students recruited in the global staffing. They are recruiting, employee for US, they are recruiting employee for UK, different part of the country, but they are based out of maybe Gurgaon and based out of maybe Noida. And the research and analysis and telecommunication. I mean, these are the sector, these are the job roles where students got placed. 163 is not possible to show all the company name here, but just to give a sample idea. As I said in the very beginning, internship is a very important aspect of the student's life. So internship opportunity, 100% we did. These are the organizations where internship has done. I would like to now request our team member to interact with all of you. The first, to do all these things, the first person is, we have with us Mr. Siddhartha Bhattacharya, is the Assistant Director of CDC. Mr. Bhattacharya is BE in Electronics and Communication from Shivpur Engineering College, ME from Jadavpur, and he is the research associated with Jadavpur. Mr. Bhattacharya is 32 years of work experience, including corporate, academia. He served the organization like Hindustan Motor, several prestigious organizations under McCout, assistant professor. Just prior to joining us, he was the training and placement department, about 18 years as a chief officer of Jadavpur University. So may I request Mr. Bhattacharya to say a few words quickly. Mr. Bhattacharya has over. Now, we have with us Ms. Dimple Chatterjee. May I request now with Dimple Chatterjee. Dimple Chatterjee is GM, Career Development Cell. Dimple is graduated from Jiwaji University, Gwalior. She is a postgraduate diploma holder in software engineering and MCSD and MCP certified. She is diploma holder in marketing and French language. Dimple is proud alumni of XLRI Jamshedpur in the area of human resource management. Dimple joined us about 22 years of experience in work like in the areas like technical system management, corporate relation, placement, leadership and quality process, with a various capacity like training and placement head in the organizations like NIT Limited. May I request Dimple to say a few words and welcome our student.
Good morning, everyone.
Okay.
Thank you.
We have with us
good morning, everyone. Thanks for the introduction, Mr. Giri. Dear students, it's my pleasure to be before you to usher in the ambassadors of Adamus University. Today is a special day. I believe it's a special day for all of you because it marks the beginning of a new life with newer routines, and maybe it also marks newer friendships with newer bondings. It also marks the beginning of newer challenges and newer opportunities. Now, most of us who have come out of the university education have come out as a very changed person, as a more mature, as a more shaped, and inspired by new knowledge and newer friendships. And friendships are really important. They're going to stay with you for the rest of the life. And I'm sure you will have forged such kind of friendships here at Adamas University, right? I think I could see many of you forming new groups and sharing your numbers. I think it's really is marking the beginning of such. So now it's your turn to set out on this beautiful journey of life of this university education. And I'm sure Adamas University will play a very big role in that. One thing which you all have to be, be rest assured, we at CDC will be helping you and will be with you throughout the journey. I, for example, will be handling you regarding internships and placements at the engineering, NCA, and the BCA streams. So nothing to worry about, and we will be on this journey together. We are very hopeful that all of the students here who are joining Adamas University will thrive at the university and make your parents and your alma mater proud. It is very important to go through this journey and enjoy every minute of it. Good luck on your journey and use the opportunities which are being shared by your parents and by the university and make the most of it. Welcome again and all the best. Over to you, Mr. Giri.
Sir, to all students. He is BA English Honors and BA LLB. He is certified English language trainer and PGDBM HR in Wellingar, Mumbai. JKT came to Adamas University 3 years before with 18 years of experience in training and placement and corporate relation, served organizations like BITS Pilani, Hyderabad, MIT, Kolkata. He also exposed to the global recruitment group like 2Coms and so on. Just a few words, JKT, from your side to welcome students.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Abhijit, for the introduction. First is, over the past 18 years, what I could understand is being a part of different universities, organizations, and colleges. All that I could understand is life comes with a lot of challenges. Life gives you a lot of avenues to learn, to unlearn yourself, and again relearn. I think these are the opportunities every youngster, I mean, who are currently going to be a part of Adamas University, that you are already a part now, should actually grab upon and nurture it. Along with the placements, I do take care of the internal training for the students. I would be primarily responsible to guide the students of School of Management, School of Economics and Commerce, School of Journalism and Mass Communication with their internships and corporate placements and training. I would be also guiding the rest of the students of the university cracking the interviews, the skill sets that are required, the manners which you should actually follow, the answers which should actually portray to a recruiter or to an HR or business head during your interviews. So I would be helping you through a process of a lot of mock group discussions, mock interviews, solving your queries towards interviews, and finally ensuring that you actually pass through the you crack the interviews. Also, I would extend my hearty welcome to all the budding graduates who have enrolled with Adamas University. Welcome to the Adamas family. Thank you, Abhijit. Have a good day, everyone.
We have with us Rupam Sinha Roy. Rupam is based out of Bombay. Rupam is MCOM, ICWA intern, MBA Finance. Rupam joined us 20 odd years experience with training and placement, several well-known organizations and colleges and universities in Mumbai. Prior to joining us, Rupam happens to be the key team member of Tata Institute of Social Science, TIS, formerly known as in Mumbai, in training and placements. Just few words within a minute, Rupam.
Yeah. Hi, good morning, one and all, and thank you, Vijay sir, for introducing me. Dear students, my heartiest congratulations and warm welcome to this world of transformation at Adamas University. As Avijit sir introduced me, I'm from Mumbai and looking for corporate relations, placement and internship opportunity in Mumbai, Pune, Ahmedabad, Vadodara, Surat, and I'm primarily responsible for School of Economics, Commerce, Social Sciences, Media, Law and Justice. However, I'll extend my support to all possible support to other schools also. Thanks once again, thanking you all and welcome to Adams University. Over to you, Vijay sir.
Atanu Mitra is a senior manager CDC. Atanu is MSc in Physiology from Presidency College and Rajabaja Science College. Prior to joining academia, he happens to be 22 years of experience in pharmaceutical, health and healthcare and consultancy space. Just few words from Atanu.
And placement of School of Pharmaceutical Technology and School of Life Science and Biotechnology. Before Adams University, 20 odd years, I have served various industries like pharmaceuticals, healthcare, and consulting. Working with the industries, I have found the mantra that all progress takes out of comfort zone. Every time I try to share the mantra with the students to be successful in their career. Already have started to get the positive results by its implementation. A long journey to go together in future, meeting you in the campus soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We have with us Mr. Mustafa Wasim from Bangalore. Wasim is B and ME in ECE from VUT Belgaum, MBA Finance, MBA HR in Karnataka University, Mysore. 11 odd years of experience in training and academia. Just few words from Wasim to welcome our students from Bangalore.
Yeah, thank you, Abhijit Giri sir, for introducing me. Hello, everyone. This is Wasim here from Bangalore. Hope you all are doing well and sound. I would like to say that Adams University is working at a pan-India level to ensure that you land up in your dream job and to achieve your career aspirations. I look after the Industry Connects placements, internships from South India region, basically Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and Hyderabad. Since I work remotely from Bangalore, many of our Adams University students placed in the reputed companies in the recent past through our campus placements are working in metropolitan cities, including Bangalore, Chennai, Noida, etc. Primarily, my area of interest is School of Engineering and Technology, School of Pharmaceutical Technology, School of Management, and the School of Biotechnology and Life Sciences. Once again, I welcome you all to Adams family and look forward to see you soon at the campus. Thank you. Over to you, Abhijit sir.
Mr. Surajit Sen. Surajit is a graduate from Kolkata University, having 18 odd years of experience in data management, MIS, data analysis. He is a person actually for fulfillment. When organization come to campus to visit you, to meet you, all these exercise, he is a person in the backend to maintain all the record, data, information, interacting and giving the data information to the company and making all the fulfillment activities. Just few words from Surajit quickly.
Yeah, hi, good morning, everyone. It's really good to see you all here on this digital platform for the Freshers Orientation Program. So just to brief you very in short, I have been working here in Adams University for the last 5 years in the placement and the career development cell, which is better known as CDC. So this CDC is not all about internship or placement. It guides you from what you are today to the professional world that you're going to face tomorrow. So let's start from here today and hope to meet you very soon in college campus in Adams Knowledge City in Kolkata. Thank you.
And lastly, it's me, Abhijit. I think I have been already introduced by Joy in the very beginning. Now, this is a time. I already shared a couple of words. This is the time. It's a commit. time to commit from our side, time to commit from your side, time to commit, and let's work together to attain your career goal. And for that, it is only dream is not going to fulfill. There are a lot of things to do, and what is that something to do? I'll just play a small video and see this video very carefully and give the answer. I mean, write in the chat box what you have learned from this video. And after this thing, we have an esteemed panel with us. I'll just introduce this panel with this. And this small video, it's a 3 to 4 minutes video, and after that I'll introduce the panel. Let's have a look of this. The first captain of India, World Cup winning captain. He did all possible effort to celebrate this moment. What a wonderful day. What a magical day. Kelly did all effort, all his life journey to celebrate this moment. Did it every day. Imagine what would happen if you, if me, if university, if corporates, if your parents, everybody show this passion every day, every moment. Now I leave on you, success is a journey or is a moment of celebration. Answer you need to find out, because success is a everyday's effort. With this note, I would like to thank you to all of you. And as I said in the very beginning, now I would like to welcome uh, HR Shepard. Adamas University is associated with HR Shepard. It's a group of HR fraternities spreading across 50 countries of the globe, and having almost 25,000 HR leaders are associated with this. They are going to, I mean, few of them are presently available here. And to introduce them, I would like to introduce my friend Ashish Gakre. Ashish is the founder of HR Shepard, and he is going to introduce the other panelists today, and those who are going to motivate you and guide you to set the the objective of your students' life with Adamas University. With this note, I would like to welcome Ashish here. Ashish, stage is yours, and you please introduce the other panelists, and next 40 minutes, let the panelists to share their thoughts and ideas. Over to you, Ashish.
Okay, thanks, Abhijit. I never thought that life would be like this, especially for the student. Can you hear me? I'm just doing sound check. Can somebody confirm?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So welcome everyone. I can see more than 350. There were more, and people will be joining. So welcome to the world of dream, and you are going to spend your next 2 to 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, because there may be different discipline of the student. So because we already delayed, I think it's close to 11 o'clock. We were supposed to start 10:30, so we'll not spend much time. We already know why we are here. So this is the orientation program for all of you, and we have esteemed guest speaker. They are from the business and HR field, so they are going to share their insight. How you need to develop XYZ. I don't want to say what are those. Yeah, that is XYZ in next 2 to 3 year or whatever number of year you are going to spend in this college, in this beautiful university. And thanks, Abhijit, for creating this platform and introducing and inviting us. It's really proud moment to spend time with young generation and leaders of tomorrow. So without spending much time, let me invite, I will invite in a sequence. So I will always start with ladies first. So we have a beautiful lady joining from Singapore. Then I will invite Dr. Sanjeev. He's joining from all the way from Dubai. Then we will have very known gentleman. Okay, he became a good friend of mine recently, and he's from the defense field. I would call it army. Colonel, sorry if I'm not able to relate to the background, but yes, when your turn come, I will just read the biodata. Okay, but we don't have much time to read the biodata as well. So let me start with the Mansi. Okay, I will just cut short, Mansi, your biodata, but let me just read out. Okay, Mansi is based in Singapore, good friend of mine as well as HR Shaper, Mansi Cargo Jain. Okay, she is designated as a regional director, Group HR, Wipro Consumer Care International Business, Southeast Asia, China, Hong Kong, then Taiwan, and MENA, which is the Middle East, and NA, I'm not sure what is the meaning. Pansi can let us know. Okay, she has been Wipro since last 16 years. Okay, she has worked in a different capacity and different region. Okay, before Wipro, she was at Mahindra for 1 year, and she's passed out from Symbiosis Institute of Business Management, very reputed one, where I also studied for 4 years. So Mansi, we'd like to hear from you, how you like to welcome this new batch of students over. I can see 350 students right now, and like to hear so as I said, one by one all will be invited, then there'll be one set of question, and in the end we'll have, we'll pick up some question from the student. So I will pause here, invite the Mansi to, take care of.
Thank you, Ashish. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak to the students. I'm highly privileged to share this panel with my colleagues, Dr. Sanjeev and Colonel Amit. I'm always very, very excited to talk to young students, especially those in the university, because somewhere they give me hope. They make me feel that I'm very hopeful about the future and the fact that they have the potential to fix what's wrong in the future. So I'm very excited to talk to these young students. I'm looking forward to interacting with them, looking forward to this session. I know that none of them would have actually, like you said, expected a virtual orientation, but I would leave them with this one thought, that instead of being in despair that what has the world come to, I think they should remember that the phenomenon that they are going through right now, the phenomenon that the world is going through right now, has not happened in the last 100 years. So this is something that is happening for the first time in 100 years. So they have to spin it to their advantage. They have to remember that they would be amongst the very, very few who would go through this and survive and live to tell the tale. So students, cheer up, step up, all the best, welcome, and have a blast for the next 2 to 3 years. Learn as much as you can. The world out here is waiting for you all. All the best.
Okay, thanks, Mansi. So yes, please be there. We are going to have one round of Q&A as well. Great, Mansi. Thanks for wonderful beginning. And we'll move to now from Singapore to Dubai. And from Dubai, we have a very, very well-known HR leader, Dr. Sanjeev Dixit. Okay, and he is right now working with Himalaya Drug Companies as a general manager HR. Okay, and yes, Sanjeev also part of HR Shaper, very closely working with many of the HR colleagues, and he is very well known speaker in the Dubai circle. He has worked with many company I can see, and a lot of qualification, biggest achievements. So some of the company I can name it: PT Indorama, then Frito-Lay's, and then he was with Allied Blender and Distilleries, and right now, as I said, he's with Himalaya Drug Companies as a general manager. So Sanjeev, Dr. Sanjeev, over to you now.
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, all of you. This is Dr. Sanjeev from Dubai. It feels always nostalgic to be amongst the young students because I can relate myself to my, say, 25, 26 years ago. I was also among you, learning the art of living the entire, you can say, challenges of life. And I think the way to continue grow and learn is to live the meaning of the word human being. As we are called human being, we are always in the, you can say, process of evolution, growth, because we use being in English in present continuous. And I think that is the key element of our, you can say, DNA or design, that we have been designed to keep evolving. And I think that reflection we all have to have while being in different, you can say, areas of specialization. So look forward to share some of the nuggets of learning from my own journey, from being a student, and I'm still a student because that's where your growth continues. So look forward to have a very mutually value-adding session along with my colleagues Ashish, Mansi, and Colonel Amit.
Thank you, Dr. Thanks for wonderful beginning and good opening remark from your side. So that was Dr. Sanjeev all the way from Dubai, more than 25 years of experience. So very learned and, he's been speaking and he has been mentor and coach for a lot of people as well. Okay, so yes, we are in Dubai and now we come back to India. So all the way from we have I would call Colonel Amit Verma, who is who is based in Mumbai and he has close to 20 years of experience. He has been Indian Army. That's what I was telling you, defense. But he's been Indian Army almost for I think since 98 since 98 and then right now he's working with Varun Beverage, we call it VB Pepsi company, and he's designated as a South Asia head security and business resilience. So he's coming from a different business background. Okay, we are all from HR. As we know, diversity is needed, so that's why we are here with a different kind of personality, and you also need to know how the life is looked upon and from a different point of view, because not everybody is going to be HR, not everybody is going to be sales and marketing, everybody is going to be in a different field. So let's hear from a different perspective as well. Over to you, Colonel.
Thank you, Ashish. It's always a pleasure to interact with students because I believe that is where the future is. They have the greatest advantage, age and good health. In COVID crisis, that is the only thing which will take our country ahead. To the students who are now joining the college and the university and the courses that you have chosen, I can only give you one message. No dream is too small. Because to dream, it takes courage. As an army person, I can tell you that. To do anything requires courage. And more than courage, it requires creativity. Do not go out there chasing jobs which will disappear in a decade. World is moving too rapidly. Change is happening at a pace which has not been seen across human civilization. You have virtual reality, you have augmented reality, data, AI, ML, electric vehicles, 3D printing. It's an exciting scope of what you can get into. The only advice I can give is get into something which will be your passion and which will make you go to your workplace or office every day, because then you will be able to build relationships. You will be a good person, you will be a happy person, and you will be able to build relationships which will live with you for life. So welcome and hope to interact more. Thank you, Ashish.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Colonel. Yes. So we have done first round of kind of conversation and discussion. So it remind me everyone of dialogue of movie Three Idiot. If anybody knows, can type it. But the dialogue is कामयाब होने के लिए काबिल, कामयाब होने के लिए काबिल नहीं. Okay, I forget the dialogue, but I will come back with it. But I remember the dialogue, and I will come back to you. Okay, so here is we are. So we start with again ladies first, I would call it. And so Mansi, my question to you here, because all the students they are passing out from XYZ maybe school life and all. Now they are going to start their first year here. And obviously they will be looking for a very bright future in a coming time. Though those situation is we call it not very good and promising, but by the time they pass out, they will have a lot of not the commitment, but they will have a bright future, and there will be a lot of companies, good placement, and all everything will be taking place because nothing is stay for permanent. And every crisis creates some balance and good opportunity in future because there are still many industries who are doing well, and there are many industries who are coming up. So question to you, Mansi, that what are three things student must take care to be more professional and socially acceptable in terms of corporate life when they get into job, or even I'm saying socially acceptable, so that it's not only the okay, you're a good manager, but at the same time you're a good human being as well.
Yeah, thanks. That was mute. Yes. So thanks, Ashish. I like the term socially acceptable. Is that what you said? Socially acceptable. So I really like that term because it's interesting. I'm hearing it used very often these days. But I'm going to talk about something that pans, societies, because what could be socially acceptable, say in India, may not be as acceptable in UAE or Hong Kong, and what is embraced in the West may be shunned in, say, our East, China, etc. So what I will talk about, and what I would like to talk to the students here about, what you said, professionally, what should they do? Is very fundamental, Ashish. It's really, really very, very fundamental for me. And like Colonel was saying that, the world is moving so fast that what you think is relevant today may just be outdated tomorrow. So it's very difficult to pinpoint, things unless they are very core and fundamental. So for me, number one is character. And I've worked, close to 17 years with Wipro, which is known for its integrity. So I would say nothing can substitute your integrity as a person, as a professional. So all you young men and women out there, when you are going out to work or even as a student, don't let anything come in the way of your integrity, which means, what does it mean for you? It means as a student, take care of your personal brand. Build a personal brand if you haven't worked on it yet. Make yourself known so everyone knows about brands, right? It's now used so colloquially, right? But what about your own brand? What do you stand for, right? Be that, make that very, very strong and focus on that. That would be number one. So you've said 3. My second, I would say, would be contribution. Okay. It's a boundaryless society now. It's the world is their oyster. Okay, they don't need to be limited by the country they are in, by the college they have passed out of, right? The world is moving towards absolutely boundarylessness. What does that mean? That means what you bring, therefore, to the table matters, right? What is the value that you bring? So focus only on that. Focus on how you can create an impact. And a lot of students ask me this, even in Hong Kong, in Singapore, where we have a massive internship program, Ashish, they ask me, how can I make an impact? I'm just a student. Or how can I make an impact in an organization? I've just joined as an intern, right? And to them, I quote a saying which I had read in Everyday Greatness, by Stephen Covey, who said, if you have a hammer, find a nail. Okay, which means that we are all equipped with skills which may be unique. You find the avenue to use your skill, right? You know how to read and write, go find someone who doesn't, right? But create that impact, create that contribution. You're doing a small project with an organization, you're doing an internship with an organization, it could be a 2-month organization internship. Leave an impact, make a difference, take it seriously. Give it all you've got. That would be my number 2. 1, character. 2, contribution. 3rd would be, we all need to be very, very open and flexible. I think the students need to have a global mindset, right? When I was in college, we were very competitive, right? But today, after nearly 20 years of work experience, of course, we know better, right? So I would say that collaborate instead of compete, okay? Because that's where the world is headed. You will do better together. Don't limit yourself. Be inclusive, okay? Don't let anyone tell you this is out of your reach. This is something you haven't tried. You don't know the answers, that's fine. But know how to get the answers. I have quite a few, we don't have time, but I would be sometime later very happy to share examples from my personal life where we were thrown in a situation where we didn't know anything, but we knew how to find answers and we did okay, right? So we should have the orientation of finding a solution, okay? So build your character, focus on your personal brand, contribute, focus on making an impact in whatever field that you are in, whatever little time that you have, leave an impact. Don't waste your time. Third, collaborate and don't compete. Think of collaboration, build a global mindset, be open, be flexible. The more open and flexible you are, the more easy it would be for you to adjust in this rapidly changing world, which is completely diverse. That would be my top three, Ashish.
Thank you, Mansi. I think since you are in Singapore, and I have noticed, and it's actually a reality that there are a lot of jobs which are coming more of gig workforce. So everybody, if you don't know the gig, that tomorrow the future is gig, which means don't go for a brand, don't go for a full-time job. The job would be like at your doorstep. Okay, you can get the job from any place. Okay, you can work from anywhere, anytime. And not only you can work for one employer, you can work for more than one employer, and you can earn much more than what you may be thinking for a full-time job and all. Okay, there are a lot of opportunity coming in gig. Just do the Google, you will come to know. Singapore is already one base, and then Europe, USA, they have already more than 40 to 50% of the gig workforce in the major MNCs even. Okay, great. I promise that I will come back with the dialogue of that Three Idiot. Many of you must have heard about that. कामयाब होने के लिए नहीं, काबिल होने के लिए पढ़िए. Success तो झक मार के आपके पीछे आएंगी. So that was the dialogue. Most of you know that. Okay, great. I move from Singapore to okay, I will keep reshuffling. So I move to Kanal Amit here. So sir, you have very good army background, and discipline is one of the major factor. It takes. It is important over there, and when you come in the corporate life, or when you interact with anyone, one of the most thing you look for discipline. But that's not the question, and I'm sure you will also teach students how the discipline is very much important in everybody's life, whether professional, personal, or social. Okay, my question is, how to pay more attention to study as long as you are in college and university, because when you are in college, your mind getting disturbed, there are many things coming and all. Some people like to focus, some people are able to focus, but some of them, or most of them, not able to. If their objective is clear, they will focus. If they are looking for something else, they will go somewhere else. But student life in the university or college premises, they have to focus on the study. So how they can pay more attention to study as long as they are in college and university?
Ashish, it is absolutely clear that a focused person will win over a distracted person. It's a no-brainer. In college, they are feeling as if life is behind them. School is finished, they have come to a course of their choice. The students feel that now we can relax for 3 years. Well, I hate to burst your bubble. Students, these years, these 3 to 4 to 5 years will decide your life. So how you shape your personality here will decide your entire life. You cannot at this point of time be distracted. If you want to pursue something, pursue it with all your heart. We see too many doctors who take up music after having done MBBS. We see so many engineers who realize that they were really not in love with engineering. They're more into management and more into sort of the IIMs are full of people who have refound their purpose. Now, why couldn't you find it to begin with? You have to accept what has come your way. You are lucky. To get whatever you have got, you are lucky, because there are many others who are not where you are. So please count yourself with at least one tick. You have done something good. Now to sustain this requires a little bit of discipline. I'm not talking army type of discipline, because here these sacrifices are much more. You have to lead people into battle and actually expect them to die. Now, nobody is expecting you to do that here, but the bare minimum you can do is, can you focus on your own life so that the people around you benefit? Now, this is something that was talked about by Mansi also. You're not here to compete with each other. The person on your left or right, be it a girl, a boy, they are not your competition. They're your friends. The competition is in other colleges. The competition is in another city. And as Ashish was saying, now the competition is in another country. Now, where there is competition, there is opportunity. We are more hardworking than many other professionals in many other countries. Does that make you a better person? No. Hard work gets you up to here. To go here, you need talent and vision. So your discipline should go into finding out that one thing you're good at. Mansi said it very clearly. If you're good with a hammer, find a nail. And I will go further. Don't just have one skill, have 2-3 skills. Earlier, scientists used to be artists. Almost all the surgeons were artists. Almost all the scientists were painters. Why? Because they had an outlet. Because you have so much energy, you have so much potential that only one thing cannot keep you there. So participate in all the activities which are happening around you. But remember, they are peripheral. Aim can only be one. We can only look at one thing at a time. As humans, it's not possible to focus on everything. So have something which will pay your bills. You are in college, you will be getting into a gig economy. It's going to be a reality. If you are not good, somebody else will take your job. You will not be able to pay your bills. Passion is good. Purpose is better. Purpose. And that is what you will get with discipline. Ashish.
Thank you, Colonel. So yes, purpose, to do anything, you need to know the purpose. Intent is very much important. You know, if you know that, how to achieve is the next step. And to achieve this, there are many things has to do it, you know. And you just started the life. So go with the flow, guys. I mean, life is beautiful. And India is good country. Believe me, and I think most of the panelists would agree that India is still in a safe environment as far as, you know, the layoff is concerned, the opportunities are concerned. You know, we are still in good position as of now as compared to entire world. Okay. And Colonel talk about, you know, this passion and all, and I have seen, you know, there are many people who created or who actually revisited their passion during the lockdown. You know, they were doing a lot of things, you know, actually they wanted to do it. And Colonel, it remind me one dialogue or one message which, you know, Captain Raghuraman always give, that what is the difference between army and professional life? So he said, okay, in army, you know the enemy, you can shoot easily. In the professional life, you don't know. The guy sitting right, left, up and down, you don't know who's the enemy. Okay, so that is the difference. Yes, I will pause here. I will go to now very well learned professional Dr. Sanjeev Dixit. Dr. Sanjeev Dixit, here is question to you. So yes, we heard from, you know, Karnal, and we heard from Mansi. So based on the hands-on experience in, you know, talent scouting, and, you know, so how a student can sustain their personal and professional growth. This is about the personal and professional growth in corporate ecosystem, because corporate life is different when they pass out. By simple but very effective approach, because, you know, there is a huge competition. Out of 100, you need to pick up only one guy. Now, how that one guy can be differentiated? So what is the one thing which is non-negotiable to remain relevant in the current and future context?
So thank you, Ashish, to set the context. So I will not be passing sermons. I will be sharing some of the, as I said, as I promised, nuggets from my experience, which I have also kind of written down in my very much acclaimed book called Plan C, which basically talks about how to be successful by design in a very, very simple, what you call life approach. And here I'm sharing again from my 23 years of corporate experience and my 47 years of life, a formula which will enable each and every student or human who's sitting out there to create a pathway for success by design. And we have all experienced in our lifetime that while people come out with the same education, same qualification, same institute, same kind of what you call skill set, have a very relative success. And the reason is they have never ever introspected and reflected upon what is that formula which enabled them to achieve success by design. So here is the formula, which I have applied on myself, and I can keep quoting from my experience. So the formula is, you need to keep enhancing your personal and professional value. In a short form, we can call it PV, which is personal or professional value, equal to experience multiplied by exposure, multiplied by strength, multiplied by values. So your professional and personal value is a product of 4 important elements: experience, exposure, strengths, and values. And I will explain with some examples. So for example, experience. Now you don't have any experience as of now, but experience is a time-bound process, which is when we talk to people, the people say that I have no experience, or I have 5 years of experience, or I have 22 years of experience. Now, experience is mostly shared in the form of time, which is at times not in your control, because every year the year will add on to your entire, as I said, age and your life. So experience is the time you have in your say university. How you're utilizing that time is going to add value to that particular component or element, multiplied by exposure. Now exposure is very unique and controlled by each one of us. In a given time, say you are spending 3 years, 4 years in the university, and even in our corporate life, we say, okay, I have 23 years experience. Doing the same thing for 23 years, or doing different things in the given year. So exposure is the variety of learning, the initiative, the effort you put in to acquire new knowledge, new skill, new learning in your repository. And exposure, as I said, is absolutely relative. So a person who's spending time in terms of adding new information, new knowledge through various sources, and today there is no dearth of sources. So that enhances your exposure. So somebody can say in 1 year, I have acquired 3 new skill or 3 new learning. So his exposure component become 3. Somebody say, I've been doing the same thing, and I've been learning the same thing which has been taught in the class. His exposure element will remain 1. So that is a score you can put in. Then comes your strengths. Now, 99% cases when I have spoken about people about what are your strengths, I think people have struggled because they will come out with very vague answers like, oh, I have a leadership as a strength. I have a positive attitude as a strength. Now, I think we need to spend some time with ourselves and identify what are my natural talent is. Every person is born with a natural talent, and that is the talent which comes to your rescue in any situation, any problem. So somebody who is very innovative will always be finding innovative solution in a given situation. Somebody who is very good orator will leverage that entire communication during any kind of a problem or a situation or a negotiation. So identify what are your key strengths, because most of the time we are ignorant about our strength, and which is a biggest tragedy of human race. And I think I will attribute this to the entire parenting, which has been coming from generation to generation. We've been always reprimanded for low score in Hindi or not very great subject. But we have never been recognized or patted for the high score in a maths or any of the area where we are good at, or even in our hobbies. So the way we are parented, we have become like that, conditioned. So how we can be expecting them to be different when they are coming to corporate? They will be also looking at their areas for improvement, and they were always looking at the areas of improvement of their team. Never look at their strengths. So somewhere strength become a kind of a victim of ignorance. And I call it in a very scientific way, strength has become a vestigial organ. It is there within us, but as we are not using it, it is just being there, wasted. And we get to know when it become a problem. So appendicitis. When it pains, we know there is something called appendix. And appendix was used as a false stomach when we used to have a raw food during our Stone Age. It is no longer relevant. So make your strength relevant. So you're in the formula S, you definitely need to have from 1 to whatever, 4, 3, 5, and it's up to you how much strength you want to leverage in your day-to-day working, in your day-to-day life. And finally comes values, very important. We have an army guy here. I come from an army background. My father served Indian Army for 28 years, and I know the value of values. The values are your own belief system, which you, as I said, you don't negotiate. Which Ashish said, what are the non-negotiable things? That is your values. But do you know your values? Or is it again being just passed on from your parents to you and from your teachers to you? No. Values are your unique belief which drives your behavior, which drives you, which enable you to find your purpose. It could be passion, it could be innovation, it could be entrepreneurship, it could be integrity, it could be collaboration, it could be anything, excellence. But identify that. Just don't take it from us. We have our own unique value system. It might not gel with you. You have with yourself, spend 15 minutes in a day, introspect, reflect, and say, okay, these are my strengths, these are my values. I will leverage them to the hilt. And once I start leveraging to the hilt, it impacts my learning, it impacts my exposure, it impacts my experience. And put all the numbers on this formula. Put experience, put exposure, put strength, put the number for your values. How many values you are leveraging on a day-to-day basis. And I can assure you, you get a number of your personal value. And that can keep improving every 6 months. So more your personal value, more is your success by design. And I can assure you that is where I come from. I did my PhD at 42. I did my chartered fellow from CIPD UK at 43. I wrote my book at 44. What is this? This is my exposure. I could have been very contained with my corporate life. I will keep getting promotion every 2 years with my performance. But that's one aspect of my life. That's not my life. Student is your one aspect of your life. That's not your life. Your life is beyond those 6-8 hours in this college or university. What you're doing after that. And every person, whether a great leader or a moderate leader or a mediocre leader, has 24 hours to do whatever he wants to do. There is no 25th hour for any successful leader. So this is my what you call life learning in terms of this formula. And this formula I have researched, this formula I have implemented in my organization, and I've seen people who are working on their exposure, who are working on their strengths, who are working on their values, have significantly done well. COVID, no COVID, pandemic, no pandemic, gig, no gig, doesn't work. The fundamentals of success is universal. And it will be relevant tomorrow. It has been relevant yesterday. It is relevant today. So I think that's the message which I want to give. Practice it. Start calculating today. Keep reflecting on it. Keep introspecting on it. And I can tell you, after 1 year, 2 year, 3 year down the line, give me a call back, and you will be saying that yes, it worked for me. It worked for my team. It worked for my family. It worked for my what you call colleagues. And it works for everybody out here who's listening. Yeah, Ashish.
Yeah. Thank you, doctor. So that was, global mantra for a success. Success is very universal, and the characteristic of success, you heard about it. We never thought, yesterday I was talking to, I actually session with a hospital student, like medical pharmaceutical. We never imagined that hospital will come to your doorstep. That's happening. Hospital is coming to your residence and, taking care of the patient and all. Teacher and college is coming to your doorstep. So this is how the world is going to evolve, what I mean to say. Dr. rightly said, live up to passion, values and all, but whatever you do, guys, bring the energy in everything which you do. Okay, we'll take one more question and I want quick answer from each one of you, all three of you. I'll take one more question from, okay, let me start with ladies first. Mansi, what a student do, because everybody actually will spend their time that how should I get a better job, you know. So what a student should do other than study to be more employable, you know. Obviously, I mean, okay, you can touch on those points also, though, because you know doctor also touch upon how they can be, what they should do so they become more employable within the study, outside the study.
So I'll make it a little quick, Ashish, because we are running out of time. And both my colleagues, Colonel Amit and Dr. Sanjeev, have talked about the universally fundamental that they need to focus on. But I'll just quickly talk about a few more aspects that they can do while they are in their college right now. So they're in a very privileged and advantageous stage that, they have, learning has been completely democratized, right? Everything is at a click of a button. So they have the platform of LinkedIn, they have the access to great minds, to leaders, to companies, what they are doing, what are they saying. I would say their primary responsibility right now as student is, of course, to make the most of their student life there in terms of learning, in terms of accessing everything that the university has to offer. As Colonel said, to participate in every event, every competition, every avenue that you have to participate, to multitask there, that would hone their skill and prepare them a little more than what it would if they didn't do that. But I would say that go out, network, reach out to leaders in the outside, read what they have to say, follow influencers, stay updated, stay a step ahead. Read up, because in today's day and age, information is there, and ignorance is a choice. If you don't know something, it's not because you didn't have access to it. It's probably because you were just lazy. That's inexplicable. Be digitally savvy. That doesn't mean that you need to understand big data, you need to have the fanciest gadget or learn programming and coding, but know how to use technology to get more efficient and to increase your insights. Improve your communication skills, because today, like it's virtual, we don't have the luxury of meeting someone face to face and reading the body language. Nobody had, we can't give him or her the benefit of doubt that he can explain himself better. So improve your communication skills, oratory skills, verbal skills. And lastly, Ashish, I would like to say is that don't forget to have fun, because like doctor was saying, this is a part of your life. This is not your whole life. So when you come out and you want to be employed, you don't want to be unidimensional. So go out, have fun, get exposed, get an exposure to as many things as you can, debates, declamation, party, social media. Don't waste your time on social media as much, though. That's a warning, because I think it's just a downward spiral. Use it mindfully. That would be my quick tips on what to do. But primary responsibility, Ashish, is be a good student. Make the most of the 2 years as a student there in the university, and don't let that pass. Sorry, I'm making it fast because we're running out of time.
Yeah. Thank Mansi. I think, you said it, or ignorance is the choice. That's what I heard. Digital, every company, guys and girls, digital, every company is technology company in today's world. You need to ensure that you bring the digital mindset. Live life up to memory, create a memory, build up a good network. Okay, let me go to Colonel. Colonel, while we are talking about the job and all, one of the area I have seen there is a less competition, that entrepreneur. Okay, instead of getting into job, can we create more job? So how to develop that entrepreneur mindset and face competition and overcome, because there is a little competition, not much as compared to when you get into job and all. So how to develop entrepreneur and ownership mindset?
Ashish, sometimes when we are traveling along the road that we have decided for ourselves, the road splits. You can follow a path where everyone is going, finding a job. It's the default. People find a job. That's what is expected from us. That's what the British taught us. That's where the education system sort of started beginning, it produces people who want to be in a job. But there is another path. You can follow this path with caution, because it will require more from you. It will require more effort and more energy. Now, I think the key word here is energy. If you have the energy, you will be able to engage with opportunities, be it in a job or being an entrepreneur. As an entrepreneur, you'll have to do it more. You'll have to do it more. And that is for very few people. Now, you have to find out, these students who are listening to us, you have to find out, can you do something as an entrepreneur and still have fun? Imagine coming to work every day and enjoying it. It doesn't feel like work because you are sitting with people that you like, doing something that you like, and creating a long-term value for yourself, for the society and the country. Now, the important thing here will be to be able to articulate your vision. Something that Mansi said about being able to speak, communicate in a meaningful manner. And more than communication, I think the skill that an entrepreneur would need is networking. If you cannot network with people, if you cannot network with decision makers, if you cannot network with people who are going to finance you, people who are going to bet on you. If you went to a market and somebody said, take my product, this is for 10 rupees, would you buy it just because it is cheap? No, you will buy it if that thing has value for you. As an entrepreneur, create something of value, because then people will be willing to buy from you. Almost all the apps which are right now are either created in China or we're using the US versions. The Chinese ones we can ban, but in China they are working. Chinese have their own Google, their own chat, their own social network. If today's students decided that we are going to be on an Indian-made platform, an Indian-made app, a local, what a PMS said, be vocal for local. You can think global, but you have to make it for the local. If you create something of value for your own college, it may spread to your state, may spread to your country. And that is the spirit of an entrepreneur. You have to find value before anybody else does. And to find this value, you have to have a lot of energy. Believe me, having energy is not a blessing. It's very tiring. Having energy is tiring. Wrap your head around that statement, because you cannot rest. You cannot rest. You have to share your message. I'm so thankful to Ashish because he's heard me a few times. We have interacted. It is about sharing the energy. It is about telling you that you are the best bet that India has. And if you became entrepreneurs, it will only be good for India. Thank you, Ashish.
Thank you, Colonel. So I'm repeating, guys, there is a less competition in that space. Okay. And you can create multiple jobs over there. Yeah. Okay, great. Thanks, Colonel and Mansi. Okay, instead of me doing the closing remark, I would request, doctor to do that and touch upon any point which he want to touch upon, and then we'll wind up because of the time constraint, and we promise to meet you some other time. So Dr. Sanjeev, over to you with the closing remark and anything you like to just, touch upon.
Yeah, I think a lot of things have been said, and even in my past discussion, I was mentioning about how we can achieve success by design. I think two more nuggets, or what I call 2 cents from my side is most of this time I've seen the student, because they choose the stream by force or by default, they burn out. There is a lot of burnout syndrome which is happening in terms of they lose out on their steam, they lose out on their passion. So I think the very important decision at this juncture, and it's not too late, and stake is not very high at this point of time for all of you, all the students out there, is to choose your area of specialization where your enjoyment, your passion lies. Otherwise, 2 years down the line, 4 years down the line, 8 years down the line, you will change. You will, because you'll burn out. You're not able to achieve success in that particular field because you are not connected to that field emotionally and passionately, as I said. So enjoy what you do and do what you enjoy is the very, very basic very simple formula for success, and very important, very, very important. And now you can't complain of choices. In our time, yes, we had very limited choices, but now you have various streams from, as I said, entrepreneurship to startup to have so many other, you can say, avenues to channelize your passion. So that's the one thing. And second thing is the focus, because I think I've seen it's like when you use the what you call lens to focus the sun rays, you burn the paper. We have done those experiments in our childhood. So that focus brings that kind of energy which can burn any problem, right? So focus is very, very key element. Whatever you're doing, just be obsessed and focused about achieving success in that. Because I think one of the example of we at this age and even at our age being very fickle minded is we get distracted with so many things happening around us. And that is where the entire challenge lies, that how we can defocus and focus on our key passion and key area of interest, and where we enjoy the most.
Thanks. Thanks, doctor. So guys, yeah, this is now we are closing, and couple of things I can say, focus obviously, but go with the flow. Life is beautiful. Dream big, think big, and most of the time don't take life too seriously, because there's a different time, you are going to enjoy your life. Stop doubting yourself. That's the most important thing. You can do many things, you can do many wonder. Future is belong to you. You are only the hope for yourself as well as the entire India or world. Okay, over to Abhijit and Unicity team.
So much, Ashish. Thank you so much, Ashish. I would like to express my thanks to Dr. Sanjeev Dixit, who joined us from Dubai, Colonel Amit Bharma, who also joined us, and Mansi joined us from Singapore, and Ashish. All of you have given a very beautiful and very important piece of advices to the students.